Have you ever heard of Gideon 300? No, not that band. These 300 warriors were called by God to defeat a massive invading army, and they did it without even getting their swords dirty. How? Well, let me tell you. The people of Israel were poor. The Midianites had been raiding their land for years, stealing their stuff and beating them up so badly that they'd have to hide in caves. One day, while secretly threshing wheat, an angel of the Lord appears and tells Gideon, "You are a mighty warrior of Israel. Now save my people Israel from the Midianite." Gideon says, "But how? They're too strong. They've beaten us up real bad." But the angel insists, "I'll be with you, and those who are about to come against you will be like chaff blown about by the wind." Gideon still had his doubts, so he asks for a sign like the fleece test. You know, the whole wet fleece thing. And the Lord told him to go do it. And lo and behold, the fleece was wet, but the ground around it was dry. So he thought, okay, God's really calling me. But he needed more confirmation, so he went and did the fleece test again. And this time the ground was wet, but the fleece was dry. So Gideon finally realized, okay, God's really calling me. And the first thing he did was get 32,000 of his friends together to fight the Midianites. But then God told him that was way too many people, because if everyone boasted about how strong they were, then Israel wouldn't boast in the Lord. So before facing the enemy, Gideon had to face his friends. First, God told him to send home anyone who was afraid. And 22,000 men left, which made Gideon's army 10,000 strong. Then God said, "That's still too many. Take a drink." So the men came to a water source and drank. Then God told Gideon to send home all the men who lapped the water like dogs, instead of putting their hands over their mouths like normal people. And 9,700 men left, which made Gideon's army just 300 strong. But the Midianite army was massive, like locusts in number, with countless camels. So the 300 Israelites didn't stand a chance, or did they? Because one night Gideon overheard a Midianite soldier talking about a dream he had the night before. He dreamed that a barley loaf came to life and destroyed their whole camp. And another Midianite said, "Hey, that sounds exactly like the Israelites, doesn't it?" So Gideon gathered his 300 men and did what God told him. They split into 3 groups, each armed with trumpets, clay jars, and torches, not swords. And at night they shouted, "A sword for the Lord and for Gideon." And the Midianites freaked out. God caused their swords to turn against each other, and they fled. So Israel pursued them and won a great victory without even fighting a real battle. And that's why we can be confident that if God is on our side, we don't need armies or weapons to win battles. We just need faith. And if you want to learn more about the God who wins battles, click here to subscribe.